welcome to our channel Oracle DBA Smart. And today we will see SQL categories and we will do the practicals how to category SQL category DDL, DML and DCL and TCL also. So these are the categories which we have do the practical and how to changes in the modifying the database, modifying the tables data in the database, and we will check this practical in SQL developer tool through the tool. So we will start this video. So this video basically this is the practical purpose, so how to changes and why, what is the how to DDL, we can modify the data, changes the data and update or insert, update, whatever in this categories we can see. So let's start this video. Okay guys, so here we can see here our database is already started. You can see RCL DB in our database which is running. So I will show you the status of the database. Okay, you can see our database is ORCL and DB is in read write mode. So basically this is the setup of the Oracle database. If more video you want to see how to set up the Oracle database, you can visit my previous videos and you can understand how to set up the Oracle database in your local machine. But here this is the topic of this today. What is the SQL categories? So first category is the DDL. DDL basically data definition language, and it is used for suppose you are creating the table on which table you have already, you are altering this record or dropping this table or truncate this table, or which are table available, you are just rename the table if you want to change that name, table name. That is the DDL categories or DDL procedure, where we can modify you whatever your changes in the table level structure you are creating and altering any changes in a database. So you can just this category is coming in DDL data definition language. Okay, so first you can see in the DDL you can see create table, and you can do alter the tables and drop, and you can drop this also which you are created that table. And as of you can see you can also do the truncate on the table which you have already created, or your whatever the table you can truncate and rename. So what is the create tab? Create is the if you are creating any tables, like create you are here you can see example create table employee ID, and that is the primary key, and employee name, that is varchar 50, and salary number. So that is the basically simple table which are already creating. Okay, so in this first we will see how to work our DDL. So here we can create this table employee, but before we suppose where we are creating this table, so we that suppose we have application user, and that user we are connecting and creating all the table in that user, but here we are connecting with the ORCL, and that is the my user. You can see, I will show you. You can see the show user here. Yeah, so you can see the username is user underscore 1234. So if we are creating any tables, so the table will be created in that user, and we can also say that schema name. Okay, so basically I'm going for this create table. Okay, just creating one. Okay, but I will create this table in our schema and check again. You can see table is created, table employee is created, and user, and check how many tables in our database. Okay, table, there is a employee and user new, two tables is only there. So just I am created this user, so you can see that is the table we have created just now. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just to select star from employee. Okay, so I have just created table, but there is a no record. Okay, you can see employee ID and employer name and salary is not there in this table. If before this we have to insert some data, and that is the different part, and that is a different category. But here we can see in a DDL we have a create the table, and we can modify any changes in the table level, not in the data. So data, there is no data currently, is a zero record, so the data is not available. If changing in the data in a table, that is a different thing. But here we are talking about modifying and changes in the table. Which object level we are any changes, that is the DDL. So we are creating, we are altering the table, like column changes. We have, suppose earlier was we have given the employee ID, but we want to say employee number. So that is the alter command, and it is coming in the DDL function. So here you can see earlier employee ID add, and if you want to also add in the one column in the database. Okay, so here we are altering the one table which is earlier was three column, employee ID, employee name and salary, but we are adding one debt ID which is number. Okay, so I'm adding this column, so it is changing in the table level, correct? So that is the DDL. So I'm changing in the table level. So here I'm modifying. Okay, employee table is alter. Now again we have checked the select star. So you can see that is the debt ID is added. Earlier debt ID was not in only three column is there. So that is clear. So if you are changing in the table, here I am change what is add, what we have added, debt ID, and debt ID here you can see added. It means we are altering in the table format, a structure of the tables, that is the DDL. Okay, now come to the second point, drop the table. Okay, drop the table in the sense, if you are dropping the tables, let's do now we will come to the truncate the table. What is the meaning of the truncate the table? If I am going to insert some record in the date table, let's insert some record. Wait a second. Okay, here is some records. I'm going to insert this record. Okay, I will also add some column. So here Rahul, one column is also Manish 102, this is ID, and we will add one other column because we have debt ID we have added. So 1 2 3 4. Okay, no problem. Manish is also we have added. So here now 1 3 Manish, Rohan added. Okay, now 4 Satish, sorry, CAF, Okay, so I'm going to insert in this 4 record in a table. Okay, let's see. Okay, 4 record added. Now I will checking the table details. Okay, you can see all the 4 record is added, but now our main task, we want to see truncate the table, how to truncate the table in truncate, and what will happen if we are truncate this table, what will happen. So just make sure before the going to truncate any table, this is the higher very risky command, because if you are going to truncate the table, the data will be lost. So before going to perform this activity, make sure this is discussed with your higher management and team lead, and after this then you can perform. But if you require, first take the backup of this table. And another thing, if doing the truncate, so make sure that a schema should be where you are performing this truncate. So make sure that schema name with table name, but here we are already set in this separate user, so not required. But in here, if you are using in the different way, so the make sure that schema should be correct. Okay, so now I'm going to truncate this employee table, and what will happen. Okay, so truncate employees. Okay, now no problem, I'm using with the schema name also, and try why giving this error, because command is the perfect. Achha, sorry, our term of command is wrong. Sorry guys, actually we are using truncate table and table name. Okay, so I'm not giving this command truncate. Okay, so truncate table name. Okay, that is the command. Okay, now you can see our table employee is truncated. Now if we are going to check, if you're going to check the command, that is there is no record. Okay, and I'm going to I'm going to roll back and see this is coming or not. If I'm going to roll back also, but you can see the rollback is completed, and I will check again our data is came or not, but data is not. If perform truncate activities performed, or if executed, that data will be not rollback. So I'm going to again insert this records and check. Okay, I'm inserted this record. Okay, so you can check our record is come. Okay, so basically if we are going to truncate, and that is a very critical command, so make sure that discuss with the higher. Okay, after run the truncate command, rollback is also not working. Okay, so make sure. So now come to the next point. We can see already truncate, rename this table. Okay, so if our table name is employee, and I am going to change the table name. Suppose my table name is employees, and I'm going to add the table as a company name, something we want to change in the table. So you can see that is a command. Okay, and okay, and one more point is also we have to check drop, how to drop the tables. Okay, so now I'm going to drop this table. So here drop table name. What is the table name? Is employer. So you can see in truncate operation, data is all data going to be deleted, but in drop it's all tables should be deleted. Okay, correct. As per the operation, table structure with a structure, data with a structure, all it will be deleted, drop. Okay, let's go. I'm going to drop. Okay, you can see table dropped. Okay, okay, and I'm going to check that table, but it will be giving error because the object is not available in the database. Okay, giving this table or view does not exist. It means table view does not exist, giving the aura 00942. It means table is already, table is also not available in that. But in truncate command, what data is available, but sorry, table is available, but data is gone in this table. The every record is deleted from the table. But in drop, table already table going to drop. So make sure drop and truncate is a different. Okay, now I am going to again create the table. Okay, and here I'm created the table. Now I will check, and you can see table is created. Now I'm going to record, insert the record. You can see this is the, okay, what is, okay, I'm going to add one column because there is only 3 column. Now I'm going to add one more column, then again going to add the 4 records. Yeah, now record is inserted. Again I'm going to, yeah, you can see our table is restored, but we have a command. This is a little bit small table, so that is we can create easily. But problem is that if you are dropping the table will be removed from the database. So no, we cannot roll back, and we cannot restore. If you have a backup, then it is a different part. You have a backup, then you can now that all point is clear. Now come to the rename. What is a rename? So I'm going to change the name of the table. Suppose my table name is employee, and I'm going to check employee underscore one. So here you can rename table. So we have talked about here a rename table. A rename table in the sense we can change the table name. Suppose rename. What is the our table name? Employee. Okay. So here employee. Okay, and rename table to what is the employee. I want to take the backup of this table, so I'm keep name this employee table for BKB. Okay, just I'm changing the table name. Okay, you can say table is renamed. Now our table name, you can see not is a employee, that is the backup table. Okay, so if I'm going to select a star from that previous backup, that there is a no object is found. Okay, so table view does not exist, giving the error. And if I'm going to use the new rename table name BKP underscore BKP, so you can see the table name data is in this BKP. So that is the DDL categories, especially specific for this purpose. So you can see how to drop, truncate, and insert data and create table. And we have changes in the table level, whatever the changes in the table level. That is the DDL function. First create and rename, drop, truncate. Okay. These are the create, alter. So we can alter this table. If any column you want to add, that is the alter. Drop, that means you want to drop the table, and truncate, that is the activity. Thank you for watching this video.